Good evening. So we are back to discussing some more of our favorite questions, math questions. I hope you all are doing well and preparing for the festive season of Diwali. So at the same time, right, I hope that you are continuing with your CAT preparation also. So great guys, let's continue with our CAT questions. A quick introduction. Hi, I'm Munira Lokhandwala and I am Calcutta alumna, a serial 100 percentiler in the CAT and a 99 percentiler in the GMAT. I also have a cat verbal book published by Wiley and available on Amazon. Guys, you can find me on this channel. I regularly take discussions on actual cat papers for all three sections. I also do a lot of sessions on Unacademy app itself. So guys, what you need to do is get onto the Unacademy learning app, download and install it, and within that you have to go for cat as a goal and plus cat as a course. So you could straight away start with a subscription within plus cat, which is what I would recommend. But if you just want to actually play around and see how the atmosphere is, what are the kind of courses we have, then at least download, install it, and check out our special classes as well. So this Tuesday, for instance, I'm taking a special class on grammar and sentence correction, where we are actually changing this whole English language thing into an algorithm. So that's a very interesting session and you could be a part of that, guys, right? So we look at some 6 errors that are very, very common. And we look at how to spot these errors, how to correct them, etc. So we just make the whole grammar part, the English part, into a nice logical algorithm, right? So I hope to see you for that special class as well. And then besides that, we also do a lot of plus classes, plus batches. So guys, do subscribe for that. We have the top 20 educators in the country and we have close to 200 educators in just CAT from across regions, from across geographies, talking different languages. So believe me, you will have a lot of flexibility when you're preparing for the CAT. So every week we have 3-4 batches that start for 2021. We also have regular sessions for CAT 2020. So whatever be your outlook, whatever be your aim, whichever college you want to get into, right? So we have actual courses for XAT, TISNET. So whichever college you want to get into, we have everything that you need. There's nothing that we don't have, right? So another reason, guys, you should look at enrolling ASAP is the National Scholarship Test. Every Sunday, starting from 18th October, we have been conducting one section as a test at 5 o'clock. And the top 50 scorers in that test get vouchers up to 5,000 rupees, right? And you get analysis on the same day itself. 5,000 rupees, guys, is not any amount to be scoffed at. So go ahead, enroll, take the test. You'll get great insights and you will get a very relevant rank. At this time of the season for CAT 2020, there's hardly any open test. So you must take advantage of this, right? Besides this, I'm also starting a plus course along with Professor Pratik and Professor Bobby. We are starting this course on November 4th. It's for CAT 2021, an absolute batch, where we cover the entire curriculum from 4th November onwards on all weekdays, Monday to Friday. So I hope to see you there also. We'll be doing a lot of interesting LR sets. LR has been a section in the CAT that has really changed the way it has looked in the recent years. So it has become very puzzle oriented and we'll do a reasonable number of different sets, varying levels of difficulty, and it will be a lot of fun, right? So I hope to see you there, guys. Which subscription to go for, that we can discuss towards the end of the session. You can use my code Munira10 to get a great discount, right? So let's kick off with the puzzle that I gave you all just today morning. You have A and B as positive integers. And the difference between these two expressions is prime. You have to find A and B. So let's assume that A square plus B is greater than A plus B square. Right? One of them will have to be greater. So let's assume that this is greater. So let's find out how this will look. That's the difference, right? We have to work with the difference. So this is the difference between the two terms. So we can rewrite this as A square minus A, right? Minus of B square minus B. Correct? Now in the first part, we can take A common. and it is a minus 1. And then we take b common, and this is b minus 1. So here we can't take anything common. So this sort of outlook will not work. Let's see how else we can solve this. Okay, so let's again rewrite it. Because we have to take something common, if it's a prime, we have to factorize it. So another way of factorizing it is to rewrite it as a square minus b square minus of a minus b. Right? So we are now grouping it like this. So from the first one, we can take a minus b common. From the second one, and you're left with a plus b. And then you have minus 1 times a minus b. So taking a minus b common throughout, I have a minus b into a plus b minus 1. Is this fine? Yeah, this is fine. Okay. So since this is a prime cannot have two factors. If it has two factors, one of them should be 1. So a minus b is equal to 1 and a plus b, right, minus 1 is equal to the prime. So a plus b is equal to prime plus 1. So now when I add these two equations, right, these two equations, then I get 2a is equal to p plus 2, and hence a is equal to p by 2 plus 1. Now a is an integer, 1 is an integer, so p by 2 has to be an integer, right? Which means that p has to be p has to be even. Now the only even prime that we know of is 2, so p has to be 2. And once I substitute 2 here, a has to be 1. A has to be 2, sorry. And a is 2. Substituting a as 2 here, we'll get b is equal to 1. So that's it. You have unique values of a and b. That basically 2 square plus 1 का difference from 1 plus 2 square. 2 plus 1 square. This difference is 2, which is a prime. Right? Great. Let's look at some maths questions now. A certain number, when divided by 899, leaves a remainder 63. That means the number can be written as, whatever that number is, right, as a multiple of 899 plus a remainder of 63. So when I divide this number by 29, right, and when I divide by 29, it's like dividing this number with 29. So you get 899 by 29 plus 63 by 29. Now 899 is anyways a multiple of 29, so this will give me 31. So this here doesn't leave any remainder, so the remainder comes here itself, and that remainder is going to be 5, right, because 63 is 58 plus 5. So answer is option A. Great. Next question. A is the set of positive integers such that when divided by all these, it leaves the remainders 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So when I divide by 2, I have 1 extra. When I divide by 3, I have 2 extra. When I divide by 4, I have 3 extra. Divide by 5, 4 extra. Divide by 6, I have 5 extra. So when I see it as extra, 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 all these extras are really complicating. But instead, I can see this as always one less. Right? So if somebody gave me just one extra number or whatever, right? Then I add 1 to here, this becomes a multiple of 2. I add 1 to here, it becomes a multiple of 3. I add 1, multiple of 4, add 1, multiple of 5. So it's basically one less from a multiple of 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So the LCM of 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, right, is basically you take 6 and 5. That takes care of 2 and 3, and then you need another 2 to take care of 4. So that LCM, guys, is 60. So the smallest number is 60 minus 1, which is 59. 59 satisfies all these properties. And I only want numbers between 0 to 100, so there's only one such number. Right? Okay, next question. A, B, C, D collected 1 rupee coins following the given pattern. Together they collected 100, right? So A plus B plus C plus D is 100. Each one of them collected even number of coins. So each of them collected, right, 2A plus 2B plus 2C and 2D. And each of them collected at least 10 coins. So A hence is greater than equal to 5, all of them. And they collected distinct, nobody collected the same number of coins. Okay. So maximum number of coins collected by any one of them cannot exceed. So what is the maximum is what they are asking. So let the other guys collect minimum. So let one of them collect 10 because at least 10 to banta hai. Now nobody else can collect 10. So the other guy will collect 12 and the third guy will collect 14. So 3 of them collect 36 and hence the maximum will be 100 minus 36, which is equal to 64. Answer is the first option, 64. If A collected 54 coins, then the difference in the number of coins between the one who collected maximum and the one who collected the second highest must be at least. So I want to minimize the difference between the highest and the second highest. Now think about it. A has already collected 54. Okay. So that is more than half. A has already collected more than half. So A has to be the maximum. A has to be the maximum. So the second guy, second highest, let's call that X. This guy has to be as high as possible, second highest, then only the difference between them will be minimum. So to find the second highest as high as possible, the third and the fourth will be as low as possible. So ये एक बंदा होगा 10 coins का, एक बंदा होगा 12 coins का. So 22 coins are used up. Okay. And 54 is also used up. So the third guy will get 100 minus 54 minus 22, which is 24. So X is 24 and hence the distance between 54 and 24 is 30. If A collected 54 coins and B collected 2 more coins, then twice the number of coins collected by C. Then how many can B collect? So A has collected 54. So the number of coins left to be collected by 3 is 46. Okay. So the average coins that they can collect is around 15. Okay. So it's not as if they can all collect a lot of coins anymore. So let C collect the smallest possible, 10. So B has to collect double plus 2 more, 22. And then D, right? This is C, this is B. D will then have 14, which is okay. They are 3 distinct numbers, all more than 10, all even. This is fine. Suppose C collects 12. Then B will collect 26. And D, Bechara, will only have 8. And you break one of the conditions. So that means there's only one possibility. And in that possibility, B collects 22 points. Right? Great. Let's move on to the next question. Three friends, only 3 colors, right? Amar does not wear red. Okay. Amar does not wear red. Akbar does not wear green. Anthony does not wear blue. So what are the possibilities? Amar does not wear red, so Amar can wear green or blue. So if there were no conditions, right, then each of them can wear any of the 3 and the number of possibilities would be 9. Right, because each of them can wear any of the 3. But now because of this, the number of possibilities will go down. So let's say Amar does not wear red, so Amar wears green. Right? Akbar can wear blue or Akbar can wear red. And Anthony, correct, can wear red or Anthony can wear green. Okay. So यहाँ से you are getting 4 cases. Similarly, Amar can wear, instead of green, Amar could easily wear blue. In which case, Akbar can still wear blue with again the same philosophy, and यहाँ पे भी the same philosophy. So totally there are around 8 cases. So from the 9, we just remove that one single case. In fact, they're not 9, sorry, they're 27 cases. 3 into 3 into 3. That's what I was wondering, okay, how can we, yeah. So from 27, you're now left with only 8 cases. Each of them can only wear 2 at a time, right? So Akbar and Anthony wear the same color of shirt. If they can wear the same color of shirt, so it can't be green because Akbar cannot wear green. It can't be blue because Anthony cannot wear blue. So they both are wearing red. We don't know anything about Amar. Amar can wear green or blue. But these two guys are both wearing red. So which of the following is not true? Akbar has to wear red. Akbar cannot wear green. So this is not true. Akbar red is fine. Akbar does not wear blue is fine. Anthony wears red is fine. A is not fine. So answer is option A. If two of them wear the same color, then how many of the following must be false? So same color yahan pe. Correct? You have one case which is GBG. Here you have one case which is GRR. Here you have two cases BBR, BBG. And here you have another case BRR. This seems a little unusual. GBR, GBG, GRR, GRG. Yes, it should be 6. So these are the 6 cases when two of them wear the same color. So Amar can wear blue and Akbar does not wear green. So Akbar wears blue. So this is possible. This must not be false. This is possible. Must be false means it's impossible, right? Amar does not wear blue, right? So Amar can wear green. Akbar wears blue. This is also possible. Amar does not wear blue. Okay. So Amar does not wear blue, so you'll cancel this case, this case. Wait, Amar is the first guy, right? This is Amar. So if Amar does not wear blue, that means we're looking at the top 3. And Akbar does not wear blue. That means Akbar is wearing red. So ये भी possible है. Amar wears green, right? Akbar does not wear red, right? But then Anthony has to wear green. So this is false. So answer is 1. Right? Great, guys. Let's move on. Number of students who opted for these 3 subjects, right? You have 60, 84, and 108. Only the subjects of the same subject are allowed in one room. And same number of students in each room. So if the number of students are same in each room, that means the number of students has to divide 60, has to divide 84, has to divide 108. And I want the minimum number of students, that means the division should be the highest common factor. So there will be 12 students in each room, 5 rooms of subject A, 7 rooms of subject B, and 9 rooms of subject C. Totally the number of rooms will be 21. So answer is option B. How many 5-digit numbers? Using the digits exactly once such that the number is divisible by 125. Now if it is divisible by 125, it can end in 000, 125, 250, 375, 500, 625, 750, 875. Now out of these ये 0 वाला तो कुछ भी नहीं होगा. 25 से end कर रहा है तो 1 भी नहीं है, 6 भी नहीं है, तो ये भी नहीं होगा. So it is 375, or it is 875. Once I use up 375, then I can rewrite the first two numbers as 28 or 82 and यहाँ पे as 23 or 32. So there are 4 possible numbers. So answer is option C. You can collect as many rubies and emeralds as you can. Each ruby is worth rupees 4 crore and each emerald is worth rupees 5 crore. Each ruby weighs 0.3 kilos. So in the case of ruby, per 0.1 kilo, per 0.1, okay, I make 4 by 3, which is 1.33 crore. In the case of emerald, right, per 0.1 kilo, I make 5 by 4, which is 1.25. So I definitely make more money in the rubies. Okay. Now, if I want maximum wealth, then I'll try to carry as many rubies as possible. If the bag weight is 12 kilos, then it is going to be 12 divided by 0.3. I will carry 40 rupees. Right? Answer is option B. I have 1 rupee coins, 50 paise coins and 25 paise coins. The number of coins are in the ratio 2.5. So 2.5 is 1 rupee coins, right? 3 is 50 paise coins and 4 is 25 paise coins. So first thing we'll do is just write this as 5 is to 6 is to 8. So I'm just writing this as 5 by 2 and multiplying the 2. Now 1 rupee coin अगर 5 है तो उसका वैल्यू भी 5 होगा, पर 50 पैसे कॉइन्स अगर 6 है तो इसका वैल्यू होगा 3 और 8 25 पैसे कॉइन्स है तो उसका वैल्यू होगा 2. So the ratio, right, I need to divide 210 rupees by 10. So there is 5 into 21 is the multiplier, 105 1 rupee coins. In terms of value, 63 है, but in terms of number, I have to multiply it with 2, so 126 होगा. In terms of value, this will be 42, but multiply by 4, right? So you get 168. So anyway, we just want 1 rupee coin, so answer is option D. My son adores chocolates. He likes biscuits, but he hates apples. I told him that he can buy as many chocolates as he wishes, but he must have biscuits twice the number of chocolates. So अगर वो x chocolates ले रहा है तो biscuits will be 2x. And should have apples more than biscuits and chocolates together. मतलब उनसे ज़्यादा. So apples not equal to, more. So it will be 3x plus some extra. Each apple chocolate costs rupees 1. The cost of apple is twice the chocolate. And 4 biscuits are worth 1 apple. So this is 0.5, right? Then what is the amount that is spent if everything is an integer? So यहाँ पे you are spending x rupees, यहाँ पे भी you are spending x rupees. Here you are spending 6x plus 2y rupees. And everything is an integer. So 8x plus 2y should be an integer. So first of all, your number should be even. Second, it should be more than 8. And it should not be none of these. So answer is 34. If I put x equal to 4 and y is equal to 1, I get 34 as the answer, right? So then everything works out. Answer is 34. A company purchases components A and B from Germany and USA respectively. A and B form 50% of the production cost. So जो production cost है, right? उसमें से 30% is from A, 50% is from B. Now production cost तो पूरा 100 होगा, तो obviously some wages, some electricity bill, right? 20% is general cost. So your total, let us say, is 100 rupees. 30 rupees here, 50 rupees here, 20 rupees here. Your current gain, so this is the cost price. Your current gain is 20%, so selling price is 120 rupees. Okay, this is the original scenario. Now let's look at the new scenario. German mark increased by 30%. तो जो 30 रुपये में आ रहा था will now come at 39 rupees. US increased by 22%. So जो 50 में आ रहा था that will now become 61 rupees. अब अपने country का cost will remain at 20. So your new cost price is 120 rupees. Now selling price you can only increase by 10%. So to maximize gain, right? You want maximum current gain. You will increase it by the maximum possible. So your selling price आप 10% से बढ़ाते हो तो becomes 132. So your profit is 12 on 120, which is 10%. Answer is option A. Now our scenario for the 86th question. If the USA dollar becomes cheap by 12%, तो जो 50 है, right? वो 100 पे 12 तो 50 पे it will become 44. And the cost of German mark increased by 20%, so this becomes 36. What will be the gain? Selling price is not altered from the original. Okay, तो ये 80 है, जो पहले 80 था अभी भी 80 है, ये 20 है, तो ये 100 हो गया. And original cost price is 120. Selling price is 120, so 20 का profit रहेगा original. Right? Great guys, next question. Bankat Lal acted as a judge for the beauty contest. There were 4 participants: Miss Andhra Pradesh, Uttar Pradesh, West Bengal and Maharashtra. Mrs. Bankat Lal was very anxious. So as soon as he came home, he was told that the one who was wearing the yellow sari won the contest. When she pressed for further details, he elaborated as follows. All of them are sitting in a row. They wore 4 different color saris. Only one runner-up, and she was sitting beside Miss Maharashtra. Runner-up was wearing green. Was not sitting at the ends and was not the runner-up. Winner and runner-up are not sitting adjacent to each other. Miss Maharashtra was wearing white sari. Miss Andhra Pradesh was wearing the green sari. And yellow and white sari were at the ends. So this is the best statement to start with. Let's do this, right? So एक तो yellow है, ends पे है, right? White, this is one possibility. The other possibility is white and yellow. Okay? Great. So we have done with this statement. Maharashtra is wearing the white sari. I was going to say wet sari. Anyway, Maharashtra is wearing the white sari. Maharashtra के बाजू में there is the runner-up. Okay, so let's keep the first row for colors, the second row for the states, and the third row for the results. So Maharashtra के बाजू में there is the runner-up. यहाँ पे भी we can do the same thing. ये हो गया. Runner-up was wearing green, so great. Green, red, remaining has to be red. Green, red. ये भी हो गया. Different colors भी हो गया. Row भी हो गया. Yellow is one winning the contest. वो भी हो गया. This is the winner. This is the winner. Miss West Bengal was not sitting at the ends and was not the runner-up. So West Bengal is not here at the end, right? Not a runner-up. So this is West Bengal. Similarly, same logic, not here, not here. So this is West Bengal. Winner and runner-up are not adjacent, that we already know. Miss Maharashtra was wearing white, already know. Andhra was not wearing the green sari. So green sari cannot be Andhra. Andhra must be yellow, and hence here you will have Uttar Pradesh wearing green. Again, same thing. Andhra is yellow, Uttar Pradesh wearing green. दो ही positions है वैसे भी winner runner up, so you don't need to fill anything else. You can now look at the questions. Who wore the red sari? So if you see, they are more or less very similar. West Bengal is wearing the red sari in both the cases. So answer here is West Bengal. West Bengal was sitting adjacent to. So if you look at both scenarios, West Bengal is always between AP and UP. AP and UP, right? Which sari was worn by AP? The winner sari, the yellow sari. Who was the runner-up? So runner-up was Uttar Pradesh. Great guys, 41st question. I started climbing up the hill at 6 a.m. and reached the top of the temple at 6 p.m. So you know 6 a.m. पे यहाँ से आपने शुरू किया है और हिल पे ऊपर टेम्पल है 6 p.m. पे you reach. Okay. Next day you are coming down at 6 a.m. and you reach down at 6 p.m. So which of the following must be true? You vary your pace and you never stop. Okay, so you vary your pace that only one person can walk on this road. So nothing, there's not much that you can say, no, if you keep varying the pace. The only thing you can say is, okay, time is the same. So if time is the same, then the average speed also must be the same. So this is wrong. Your average speed uphill is the same as the average speed downhill because the same distance, same time. So A is out. This is false. At noon, you were at the same spot. You can't say, right? Because you're varying your speed. तो अगर आपने शुरू में when you are climbing up, maybe you were slow, then you became fast, and now you are reverse. So ये तो नहीं होगा. There must be a point. There cannot be a point. Now, cannot be a spot may fill. What is the point of the question? So if you just check this, C should seem likely. But now let us look at the logic why. Let us say that instead of the person climbing down the next day, while he is climbing up, another person is also climbing down. ये भी 6 बजे से शुरू किया है, ये भी 6 बजे से शुरू किया है. Somewhere these two people will meet, no? They have to meet. It's a small narrow road. The spot where they meet is the spot where they were at the same spot at the same time on both the days. So there must be a point, right? And if you see, C is a more relaxed condition of B. So more than B, C will have to be true. Right? And hence here the answer. I hope you can see the logic of why C is the answer. Instead of having two people, same person on 2 different days, you have 2 people on the same day, and you can see why they will have to meet, right? 42nd question. What is the digit in the units place of 2 raised to 51? So whenever you have such a number, units digit of the base and remainder with respect to 3 of the index. So this is the same as 2 cube, and this is going to be 8. Right? So 2 cube will end in 8. So answer is option B. Obviously, ये तो नहीं होगा. Great. Let's look at the next question. There are 2 containers. The first contains 500 ml of alcohol. The second contains 500 ml of water. 3 cups of alcohol is taken out and is mixed well in the second. Then 3 cups is taken out and mixed in the first. A denote water and B denote the proportion of alcohol. So instead of, we don't know, right, कि 3 cup कितने बड़े हैं. So let's say हर एक cup is 100 ml. So first you remove 300 ml of alcohol. यहाँ पे सिर्फ 200 ml alcohol बचता है. And now here in 500 ml water, you are adding 300 ml alcohol. So in this case, right, 5:3 is the ratio of water and alcohol. When you remove 300 and put it back here, right, तो इसमें 37.5, is that fine? 37.5 into 3. So that is 112.5 will be alcohol and 187.5 will be water. So when you add it here, you get 312.5, right, alcohol and 187.5 water. After subtracting, अभी यहाँ पे कितना बचता है? So if you subtract, right, what you have removed, water has now become 312.5 and alcohol is 187.5. So if you see, alcohol in first is the same as water in the second, or water in the first is same as the alcohol in the second. And guys, this will be true regardless of the cup size, regardless of the number of cups. As long as you are taking the same quantity out, mixing here, and then taking the same quantity out and mixing there, this will always be true. A will be equal to B. Yeah? Great. Next question. A number is formed by writing 54 natural numbers in front of each other. I want to find the number when it's divided by 8. To find the the remainder with respect to 8, I have to look at the last 3 digits. So 54 होगा last 2 digit और इसके पहले होगा 53. So last 3 digits are 354. See, यहाँ तक का number is divisible by 1000 and hence it's divisible by 8. It is only this that we need to worry about. So now that you divide this by 8, remainder is 2. Answer is option C. Great, let's look at 45th question. A, B, C, D are the players who participated in a tournament. Everyone played with every player exactly once. So there are 26 players. All of these players must have played 25 matches. Okay. Now, the maximum anyone can get is if that person wins all 25 matches. So the maximum a person can get, maximum score, is 50, winning all 25 matches. Minimum is when they lose, in which case they get a 0, and they lose all 25. So minimum is 0. Score, correct? Maximum score is 50, minimum score is 0. Now, no two players scored the same score. Between 0 to 50, how many different scores can I get? The scores have to be 0, 2, 4, right? Either you win and you get a score of 2. If you lose, you don't get anything. And no draw. Draw the possible every match is a win or a lose. There's no draw. So 1 to nahi hai. So 0, 2, 4, 50 tak, I anyways have 26 unique scores only. That means the player who has the highest score must have got 50 and the lowest is 0. Now when you make the ranking list, it is the same as the alphabetical list. मतलब A को 50 points मिला है, B को 48 मिला है, C को 46 मिला है and Z को 0 मिला है. Now if A has got 50, that means A has won all 25 games. B has got 48, so B has won 24 games. So A has won all matches, so the one game that B lost, B must have lost with A. Similarly, but B has won with everybody else. Okay. Now C has won 23 games, so the 2 games that it lost with A and B. So basically everyone is losing to people above them and winning against people below them. So M has to win over M. Right? So answer is option A. Right? Great guys. Now let's see some theta questions. If 5y minus 2 is equal to 3y plus 7, so 2y is equal to 9 and hence y is equal to 4.5. Three lines intersect in a single point. What is the value of a plus b? So ये है 180 degrees, out of which the middle angle is 34 and hence your value is going to be 146. Two positive integers are compatible if the greatest common factor is a prime number. For instance, 15 and 25 are compatible because the greatest common factor is 5. If m and 98 are compatible and m is an odd number, then what is the greatest common factor of m and 98? तो 98 के factors क्या हैं? एक तो 1 है और 98 है, 2 है और 49 है, right? 3 नहीं है, 4 नहीं है. The next is 7 and 14. And now they will just repeat. So these are the factors. Now we know that एक तो the factor is prime. The greatest common factor has to be prime. So ये नहीं होगा, it can be 2, right? Because 2 is prime, or it can be 7. But m is an odd number. So how can the GCF of m and 98 be 2? It can only be 7. So the greatest common factor of m and 98 is 7, right? Great. Next question. For how many integer values of k is this true? So the way you should see it, guys, is the distance of k from 0.5 is less than 10. तो यहाँ पे 9.5, right? यहाँ तक चलेगा कि this is 9 and 10 पे it is 9.5. तो 9.5 is less than 10. But 10, 11 नहीं चलेगा because then the distance becomes 10.5. The distance has to be less than 10. So starting from 1, ending with 10, there are 10 possible positive integers. On the other side, if I look at a 9.5 difference, you end up at minus 9. At minus 10, the difference will be 10.5. So the distance becomes plus 10.5, right? We want it to be less than 10, so minus 9 पे stop होगा. तो यहाँ पे भी starting from 0 to minus 9, there are 10, not negative because 0 is also there, non-positive, right? Integers. So totally there are 20 such integer values. Answer is 20. Right? Great. Let's look at the next question. The figure above shows the graph of a quadratic function that has a minimum value when x is 2. मतलब यहाँ पे the minimum value is 2. X is 2. Okay. So how can I write this quadratic equation? The quadratic equation has to be of the form, correct? Perfect square पे minimum value आता है हमेशा, minus some constant, जो constant आपको यहाँ से आएगा. So this we will say is 0 or more. So minimum occurs when this is 0 and that minimum is minus c. This point is minus c. Okay. Then which of the following could be the value of k, right? So k ka value, now this is 2, this is 4, correct? This is 3, this is 4. So this guy's 5, k ka value will be positive. And if you put the value of k as 5, f of 5, right? So it's going to be 9 minus c. So c also has to be less than minus 9. Right? Great. Next question. M and N are integers. And these are the possibilities, that m cube, which is equal to n square, and this is less than 100. So which is the only number between 1 and 100 that is both a cube and a square? 1 is of course such a number. After 1 you have 64, which is 4 cube and 8 square. Okay, so m has to be hence 4 and n is 8, and m plus n, that definitely is 12. Right? Great. Next. Amanda travels to work from home in 60 minutes. If on her way home, she increases her average speed by 20%, so her speed increases in the ratio 5:6. So travel time will go down in the ratio 6:5. What takes 60 minutes will now take 50 minutes. So here the answer is going to be 50 minutes. If d is the middle number of 3 consecutive odd integers whose sum is s, what is the value of d divided by s? Okay. So d is the middle number. तो आगे होगा d plus 2, पीछे होगा d minus 2. They are all odd integers. So the sum is going to be 3d, because if you add it up, the plus 2 and the minus 2 cancels off. So d divided by 3d, d divided by s, right, is 1 by 3. So that value is 0.33. If 4 by 9 of c square is 24, what is 5 by 9 of c square? So 4 by 9 of c square is 24. That means 1 by 9 is 6. And 5 by 9 will hence be 30. Right? So answer here is 30. The measure of the 4 angles in a quadrilateral have a ratio of all this. What is the measure in degrees of the smallest of these angles? So you say, okay, 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6. These are the 4 angles. So normally, of course, you'll say 3K, 4K, 5K, 6K. This has to add up to the angles in a quadrilateral, which is 360. So 18K in some sense adds up to 360. K is 20. So the angles will be 60, 80, 100, 120. Smallest of these is 60. If this is 13 and that is 9, what is the value of all this? 7a plus 7b. So what we can do here is, let's see if we can add up. Then what do we get? 4a plus 5b. That is not going to help. So let us subtract. If I subtract from here, then I get a plus b is equal to 4. And if a plus b is 4, then 7a plus 7b will be 28. So answer here is 28. If m is 3, what is the value of all this? So one way, of course, is to substitute, or here you can actually just cross multiply. So you have m minus 1 plus m plus 1 divided by m square minus 1 and 1 over m square minus 1. So ये तो cancel हो जाएगा. So you just have this numerator to worry about, which is 2m, and m is equal to 3, so answer is equal to 6. Four questions here. X and y are positive integers such that x square plus y square is 41. What is the value of x plus y the whole square? So you actually have to iterate. They are positive, right? Negative nahi hai. So one possibility is कि 1 and 40, but both of them are not perfect squares. 4 and 37, again not perfect squares. 9 and 32 does not work, but 16 and 25, that works. So x must be 4 and y must be 5. So answer is 9 square, which is 81. right? So answer for the first question is 81. A jar contains 15 marbles, 5 of which are white and the rest black. What is the least number of white marbles that must be added so that at least 3/5 will be white? So as of right now, 5 white hai and 10 black hai. I need to add marbles so that 3/5, right, will be white. Now when I add white marbles, right, the total number of marbles will also change and the number of white marbles will also change. So let's say I'm adding x white marbles, 5 plus x should be 3 by 5 or 15 plus x. That's what we need to worry about. So 25 plus 5x is equal to 45 plus 3x, and hence x is equal to 10. So if I add 10 here, तो ये 15 हो जाएगा, total becomes 25 and this is 5. Another way of doing this, guys, is to say कि देखो black तो change नहीं हो रहा है. That means now 10 black has to be 2/5. If 10 black is 2/5, then the total must be 25. So there you don't need an equation, correct? So anyway, अपना answer is 10. Number of books read during summer vacation. Number of books read 1. 4 बच्चों ने 1 बुक पढ़े हैं, 6 बच्चों ने 2 बुक पढ़े हैं, 5 बच्चों ने 3 बुक, 3 बच्चों ने 4 बुक और 2 बच्चों ने more than 4. 20 students का ये breakup है, right? What is the median number of books read by these students? So to find the median, you have to arrange them in ascending order. And there are 20 students. So middle two values, which is 10th and 11th value, uska aapko mean nikalna hai. So one book, 4 students reading one book. This takes care of 4 students. Then 6, next 6 reading 2 books. And then you have next 5 reading 3 books. So the 10th student has read 2 books. The 11th student has read 3 books. So median number of books is 2 plus 3 divided by 2, which is 2.5 books. In one basketball game, Tamara made 50% of her shots, and in the next game, she made 60% of her shots. In the 2 games, she made 52% of her shots altogether. If she took A shots in the first game and B shots in the second game, what is the value of A by B? So she is making 50% in the first, right? And in the second, she is making 60%. And when they are mixing, she is getting 52. So the ratio of mixing must be 8:2, which is 4:1. And the first game, if she's got A shots and B shots here, then A by B has to be 4. 8 by 2, 4 by 1. Right? So answer is 4. Here are some extra bonus questions. A cow is tied to the corner of a square field of side 20 meters with a rope of length 20 meters. Okay. So this cow can do a quarter circle within this square. Okay. A goat is tied to the diagonally opposite corner such that its grazing area just touches that of the cow. What is the area that can be totally grazed by the goat? So ये जो है diagonal of this, right? 20√2. This diagonal is made up of the radius for the cow, 10, right? Plus the radius of the goat. So the radius of the goat is 20√2 minus 10. और वो पूरा सर्कल ग्रेस नहीं कर रहा है, the goat is just gracing square into pi divided by 4. So first option is 20 common root 2 minus 1. But that is not, wait, oh sorry, this is not 10, it is 20. Yeah. So this is your answer. You take 20 common outside, root 2 minus 1. So it's the first option. Next question. In the given equilateral triangle, ECB surmounts square ABCD. What is angle X? This angle. So it's coming right from top. Okay, so let us see. The whole angle will be, this will be 60 degrees. Right? This angle will be equal to this angle. Alright? And these three sides are equal. So this is 60 degrees. If you draw this properly, this side is also equal to this side. Now this angle totally is 60 plus 90, it is 150 degrees. So these two angles have to be equal क्योंकि ये दोनों same है. So these are the base angles. So 180 minus 150, 30 degrees you divide by 2. So this angle is 15 and this angle is also 15. Now in the full ECB you have 60 degrees, out of which part of it is 15 degrees. So X hence will be 45 degrees. Answer is the second option. Right? Great. Next question. A and B started in a business by investing rupees 35,000 and 13,000 respectively. At the end of every month, A withdraws and B is investing the same amount as A has withdrawn. At the end of the year, they share the profits in the ratio 1:1. Find the amount withdrawn by A every month. तो उन लोग शुरू करते हैं business with 35,000 and 13,000. So every month, this guy is removing X, this guy is adding X. Correct? In the second month, it will be 35,000 minus 2x and it will be 13,000 plus 2x. ऐसे कर करके 11th month में 35,000, not 11, 12th month में when you do this 11 times, it will be 11x and 13,000 plus 11x. Now if they have ended up with the same profit, that means what this guy started with is what this guy ended with and vice versa. They must have somewhere got the same pattern. So your 11x is nothing but 35,000 minus 13,000, which is 22,000. So x is 2,000 and hence you have the second option. When the length of a rectangle is decreased by 35% and its breadth increased by 50%, the perimeter remains unchanged. By what percentage is the breadth less than the length? So let's solve this now. Length of a rectangle is decreased by 35%. So let us say this is 100. So now this becomes 65. So you're losing out on 35. This 35 is what you should gain on the breadth. Then only the perimeter will remain unchanged. So if 35 is 50%, तो ये होगा 70. So ये 65 हो गया, this becomes 105. So original 170 remains 170. So originally the breadth is less than the length by 30%. Right? Guys, here is your bonus puzzle. Given, so we are doing a lot of questions on prime numbers. Given that P is prime, When is 2 raised to p plus p square also prime? So do give this some thought. We'll solve this tomorrow, guys, when we are doing VARC at 12:30 p.m. In fact, I think tomorrow we are actually going to start at 11:30, not 12:30. Let me just make that correction. Right, we'll start at 11:30 because I have a plus class at 2 o'clock for CAT papers discussion. So I hope to see you both for the VRC discussion here and for the CAT class, right? Guys, please go ahead and as I said, जो हमारा CAT class है उसको attend कीजिए. See how great the environment is. I know कि बहुत सारे free resources है across the country, but nothing compares to the kind of environment you have at Unacademy, and nothing compares to the kind of pricing that you have. Great pricing, great environment, great educators and great content. इतने सारे grades के बाद अगर आप फिर भी सोच रहे हो तो really not worth it. Go ahead and join. It's one of the best platforms ever. And as you can see, right, you can take a poll of the students during the class. Students can reply to questions straight away. You can get your doubts that we can solve, right? These sort of capabilities none of the other platforms have. Another reason why you should join straight away is the National Scholarship Test. So this Sunday at 5 o'clock, we have a test on quant, and I hope to see you there, right? This test is designed by experts, and you can win vouchers worth 5,000 rupees. Guys, that's not a small amount, right? So besides the National Scholarship Test, we are also starting an absolute batch for CAT 2021 from 11th of November, where I'll be doing the LRDI, and the LRDI is one of the most interesting sections in the CAT paper. So I promise you, we are going to have a lot of fun while doing these papers, right? So great, guys. With subscription to go for, well, if you're focused on CAT 20, then you can look at the 6-month subscription. Besides the CAT, you have the XAT, you have SNAP, CMAT, NMAT. So definitely will be useful for you for the next 6 months, if not more, right? Besides that, guys, look at the 2-year subscription if you're focused on CAT 2021. I hope to see you on the platform. Do